Cave exploring gone wrong, negligence caused horrible disaster. Welcome to the exciting world of cave exploring. It's a great hobby that can be enjoyed by anyone, regardless of their experience or fitness level. However, accidents can happen, and when they do, it can be terrifying. In this video, we'll be discussing one such accident and the terrifying questions that remain unanswered. Who is responsible for such negligence? Why did they choose to explore such a dangerous cave? And, most importantly, what could have been done to prevent this tragedy? Hey, welcome back to our channel, and let's dive in and get as deep as we can. The Manatee Springs picnic area was once a Ticon Indian hamlet inhabited by the Tiquan people. Because of its convenient location and proximity to the Sewanee River, which the Tiquanz relied on for both transportation and water, William Bartram gave the spring its name after seeing a dead manatee on its coast. Manatees are massive marine mammals. They are herbivorous marine animals that go by the name sea cows. The Seminole Wars, which occurred between 1835 and 1842 and were headed by Major General Andrew Jackson, were an assault on the Manatee Springs area. The majority of the Seminole Indian population in Florida was exterminated, and the rest were compelled to leave the state. Farmers moved into the region and began using the spring for timber harvesting and crop cultivation, leading to the area's eventual settlement. The spring was sold to the state after the event at Manatee Springs, and it opened as Florida's first state park in 1954. Among Florida's first magnitude springs, Manatee Springs is the longest spring run that empties into the Sewanee River. Manatee Springs State Park is 6 miles from Chiefland on State Route 320, right off US 19. Due to tannic acid, which darkens the Sewanee River, spring is a good habitat for West Indian manatees. Herbivorous manatees travel 23 kilometers to Manatee Springs to graze and rest. Manatee Springs is not a popular cave diving spot in Florida due to its strong currents. In November 2019, severe rains exacerbated the flowing water, making the crossing dangerous and unfit for swimming. Taking the fork in the river that goes away from the Catfish Hotel is perilous owing to a blocked cave entrance and the difficulties of traveling back to it. This has killed cave divers. The 28-year-old lady tried cape diving at Manatee Springs. The woman's ancestry might be traced back to China. On November 24, 2019, Joe and 3 friends embarked on a trip from China to Florida with the intention of scuba diving. 2 groups of 2 were formed by the 4 cave divers. Wang Yuan, the first team's leader, was an instructor with more than 500 hours of cave diving expertise. In the initial group was Chen, a cave diver with around 100 hours of expertise. Xi and Fushu, both recently licensed cave divers, made up the second team. Between the 2 of them, they had logged just roughly 11 hours of cave diving time. Wang, the cave diving instructor and veteran diver of the group, oversaw the 2 teams. Many years ago, he went scuba diving in Manatee Springs. The cave had gotten more dangerous since he'd last visited. Both parties aimed to leave Manatee Springs downstream. Wang and Chen infiltrated the Catfish Hotel with rebreathers and motorcycles. They attached themselves to the main rope and struggled against the river current to reach Friedman Sink, where they turned back and joined the second team. The diver checked the ropes and Friedman escaped. They reported 9 to 15 foot visibility. They didn't postpone because they feared going beyond their talents. They climbed 1,600 feet in 35 minutes. After securing the Friedman escape, they dropped the first EAN-32 stage at 1,700 feet. EAN-32 is enriched air nitrox. It reduces decompression sickness. Joe and Fu used LP-95 back-mounted twin cylinders to enter via the Catfish Hotel. The 2 teams reconnected 500 feet from the exit after diving alone. After rejoining, the 2 groups went downstream from Manatee Springs. Crew 1 planned to stay underwater for 140 minutes at 1.2 psi. Team 2 was expected to dive for 80 minutes at 1.2 ATA. Bo headed to the park's assistance desk. After 20 minutes, an ambulance took him to the hospital. Kudos to medical care, he's doing okay. Throughout the next day, from 7 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, rescue and salvage efforts resumed. Due to the way the rocks had caught her corpse, they were unable to remove it from the cave, which is the saddest part. And that's all for today. We'll be right back with another video soon. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.